Fraction division. Before we start off with fraction division, I would like to make a note, and the note being multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. So what is inverse? Inverse is nothing but ulta of something, reverse of something, is it not? So multiplicative inverse is nothing but a number which when multiplied with the original number will give you 1. That's the definition. But practically, how does it look? Well, we have a number 4 by 3. The multiplicative inverse of 4 by 3 is 3 by 4. Does it make sense? Well, 4 by 3 into 3 by 4, what does it give you? 1. Make sense? Right? We have learned in last fraction multiplication that 4 and 4, 3 and 3 can get cancelled, and thus we have 1. Same thing with the next one, multiplicative inverse of negative 5 by 6. It will be negative 6 by 5. We'll just verify that. Negative 5 by 6 into negative 6 by 5. Negative into negative is positive. 6 and 6, 5 and 5 will get cancelled, and we'll get 1. That's it. So can you please pause and try to find the multiplicative inverse of next set of numbers. Okay, the next question is negative 5 by negative 6. Here we can solve the sign. I told you, right? Any point of time, anywhere you see signs, you do that first. Negative into negative is positive, so 5 by 6 is your original question, and the multiplicative inverse of this. Okay, right? So the question will be this actually. Just a minute. It's not equal to. Okay. Yeah. Let me do it here. Negative divided by negative is positive. Multiplicative inverse of positive 5 by 6 is 6 by 5. Same kind of verification. 5 by 6 into 6 by 5 will give us 1. Next step is multiplicative inverse of 5. So I told you any integer can be written in the form of fraction by just writing 1 in the denominator, and thus we have 5 by 1 whose inverse will be 1 by 5. So 5 by 1 into 1 by 5 will give me 1 again, right? So next is again easy question. Multiplicative inverse of negative 6 by 1 is negative 1 by 6. And thus we have our answer of multiplicative inverse. Quite simple, and it is useful over here. Okay, I'll show you how. Step 2, divide. Optional step, simplest form in the same fraction. So whenever you look at any fraction, check if it's in the simplest form. If not, convert into simplest form. So let's take an example and try to go one step at a time. So here, is it in simplest form? No. 10 is your HCF. Here 3 is your HCF. These are your HCFs. Now, what should I do? I have to divide 10 with numerator and denominator. So we have 50 by 60 divided by 21 by 3, right? So just divide 10 over here, 10 over here. So you'll get 5 by 6 divided by 27 divided by 3 is 7. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay? Okay, done. Take the multiplicative inverse of the second fraction. So what is the second fraction? Well, we have 5 by 6 divided by 7 by 1. This part is what I'm talking about, second fraction. Divided by 7 by 1 is your second fraction. So what should we do? Well, the idea behind this fraction division is that when we have 5 by 6 divided by 7 by 1, you just have to copy the first part, don't touch. So you just have to copy, don't change anything about that. This division symbol will change to multiplication. So this triangle is nothing but change. It means change. This you will be using in your 11th and 12th grade, this symbol. So just introducing it to you guys. This means change. To change that, turn me. You just have to find the multiplicative inverse of whatever this number is. In this case, 7 by 1 will multiplicative inverse is 1 by 7. So basically, if you turn, you'll get the multiplicative inverse. And thus we have our division converted to multiplication. And here it's just a matter of you know what to do. 5 by 6 into 1 by 7. I can't cancel anything. So 5 into 1 is 5. 6 7s are 42, and we have our answer. Okay. Right. Next solution. So I have not mentioned you need to handle fraction and all of those, but by default you need to handle the fractions fraction sign. Negative and negative doesn't matter whatever is happening over here. Of course, it has to be multiplication division, right? So negative negative will give us positive. Okay, then you continue with your question as usual. So here, what should you do? Don't touch the first part. So don't touch. Change the second part. Changed. Take the multiplicative inverse of 4 by 3, that is 3 by 4. Right? So we have we try to simplify it further. So this is in simplest form, this is in simplest form, but we can see that 2 and 4 we can divide. 2 1s are 2 2s are. Right? So 1 into 3 is 3, 5 into 2 is 10. 3 by 10. Is it in simplest form? Yes, it is in simplest form. Okay. Next we have a case with common factor. So till now, the few examples which we saw, we didn't have anything that directly cancelled at one go. But here we have fractions which can be simplified further. So we have solution. Let's copy the question first. Right, HCF 2 and 4 HCF is 2, 6 and 16 HCF is 2 again, right? Then all you have to do is divide 2 with the numerator and denominator. We'll get 1 by 2 over here. Here 2 will be divided by 2 divided by 2, 3 by 8. And thus we have 1 by 2. So all you have to do is change this sign to multiplication. And this you have to take the multiplicative inverse, that is 8 by 3. So again, try to check if you can further simplify. 2 1s are 2, 4s are. So we have 1 by 1 into 4 by 3, which is 1 into 4 is 4, 1 into 3 is 3. That's all. Right? Not too hard. It's just a matter of few steps that you need to handle. Again, my request is try to pause the video and try the questions on your own before I do any of those. Negative into negative is positive. So first is always the sign. Then post this is what? Well, check if we can further simplify this. Yes. Here the HCF is 2. So I'll divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Divided by here the HCF is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 30 divided by 3 is 10. Now change the division sign to multiplication and take the multiplicative inverse of 1 by 10, that is 10 by 1. Can we cancel something over here? Yes, we can cancel something over here, and that is 10 and 10. So all this will lead us to have an answer 1. Okay, one more question. So this is how you generally get, cancellation and everything. This is what you have to learn. So if you're finding this easy, you pretty much can handle many of the questions that you come across in your maths and physics. Okay. So again, let's copy the question. First is whatever you feel like doing with the numbers, don't do that. First is handle the signs. Positive into divided by negative is negative itself. 4 by 6 divided by 17 by 34. Then you handle the number. So here the HCF is 2 and here the HCF is 17. So we have 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3, divided by, here 17 can cancel both, so 17 divided by 17 is 1, 34 divided by 17 is 2. Right, we have minus negative 2 by 3. Change the sign into multiplication. 1 by 2 will become 2 by 1. Can we cancel anything over here? Clearly not. So we just have to multiply. 2 into 2 is 4. 3 into 1 is 3. Right? Quite simple. So we have next question. Again, just copy it. Whatever you feel like doing with the numbers, don't do it. First is the sign. Negative and negative will give us positive. 2 by 5 divided by 15 by 4. Anything that I cancel over here? I can't cancel anything over here. Can I cancel something over here? Here too I cannot cancel. If you feel like cancelling 5 and 15, please don't do that. They are in different fractions and there is a multi-division symbol. So you can't touch them as of now. What you can do over here is convert it to your multiplication. That is, division will become multiplication, and this you have to take a multiplicative inverse, that is 4 by 15. So you can clearly see numerator will not be cancelling each other, denominator will not be cancelling anything in the numerator, right? So if you had cancelled over here, then it would have been a mistake. So 2 into 4, 8, and this will be 75. Right? Quite simple. Actually, we need to start off with this question. Okay. So 3 by 5 divided by 11 by 6. We have 3 by 5 divided by 11 by 6. So here too, if you feel like cancelling 3 and 6, please don't do that. Okay, that's the whole point of this set of questions, so that you guys understand that not everything gets cancelled just like that. So there's nothing, signs are well and good. Then we can't simplify this or this separately. So the next step is to copy this, have a multiplication symbol and invert the last term. And thus we have this particular set of fraction which we have to just multiply because we can't cancel anything. So this is 18 divided by 55. Right? So we have next question. Here too, if you feel like dividing 9 and 18, don't do that. We can't actually divide by 18 by 5. So 4 by 9. We'll just copy. This we need to convert. This we need to change. And this we need to take a multiplicative inverse. This we should not touch this, change this, and take the multiplicative inverse of this. 5 by 18. So here too, there's nothing to cancel, and we end up with 20 by 18, 9. That will be 172, right? 9 7, no, 162. 162. Okay. So can we further simplify? Oh yeah, sorry, we could have further simplified this. Wait, my mistake. See, if you simplify things, it will become much easier. So here I could have cancelled 2, 2s are 2, 9s are. So it became so simple, is it not? So again, if not, any multiplication or division will become lengthy if you don't cancel things. Live example over here, I missed it and I had to multiply 18 and 9, which most of you would have gone wrong, or it would have taken time, right? So in place of that, I happen to cancel. Now it's much simpler. 10 by 81. Okay. Now we have fractions and whole numbers. So we're going to start off with 2 by 3 divided by 5. So here first step is the signs, nothing to do with the signs, right? Next step is simplifying. Well, everything is simplified within the fraction. It's in the simplest form. And next is to not change, change and take the multiplicative inverse. So this will be 2 by 3, change, multiplicative inverse is 1 by 5, right? Nothing to cancel or simplify over here. And so we have the product to be 2 by 15. Okay. Now, next question. We have 3 divided by 2 by 4. 3 can be written as 3 by 1. So we have anything with the signs? No. So the next step is, don't change this. Change this. Take the multiplicative inverse. So this will be 3 by 1 into multiplicative inverse is 4 by 2. So can I further simplify this? I should have done that actually. I missed it. But anyways, here too we can do that. 4 into has 2 as your common factor. So 2 divided by 2 is 2. 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 3 by 1 into 2 by 1, which is 6 by 1. Right? Next question. Solution. So you can see there is a sign that we need to handle. So there is only one sign. So the overall answer will be negative 5 by 6 divided by 5 by 1. Okay. We can do that. Now we just have to keep the sign aside. Think about the number. Can we cancel something within the fraction? No and no. So this will become 5 by 6. We need to change this. Multiplicative inverse of this will be 1 by 5. And here we are looking at cancelling 5 and 5, numerator and denominator. And the overall answer will be minus negative 1 by 6. That's it. Okay. So next question. 60 by 3 divided by. Hold on to your tendency to start cancelling things. I've seen kids enjoying cancelling. They told me actually, sir, it's fun to cancel because it makes maths much more easier now, that point of time after cancelling. That's the basic reason, but please hold on to your cancellation before you handle the sign. So first is the sign, positive into negative, divided by negative is negative, and then write the question. So if you guys want to simplify these fractions, you can do that. So we have 30, 60 and 3 having 3 as a common factor. So 3 divided by 3 is 1 and 60 divided by 3 is 20. Don't forget the sign. Minus 20 by 1 divided by 5 by 1. Again, what should you do? Don't change, change multiplicative inverse. So we have minus 20 by 1 into 1 by 5. So here I can cancel 5 and 20. HCF is 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And we have negative 4 by 1. That's it. Quite simple, right? Now we have a case wherein we are looking at multiplication and division. Okay, what to do? Here we have to take the help of board mass. Actually, everywhere we are using board mass. Just that we didn't find anything complicated, so we just didn't do anything about it. But yes, we are to look into board mass for any complicated questions. No bracket, no order or operation. We have division and multiplication. So we can give priority to division. So we can take this as a separate question and try to solve it. Right? But yes, before that, if any sign issue is there, we can always solve it because it's all multiplication and division. So we can try to solve it. There's nothing nothing regarding to sign that is happening over here. What we have here is purely division and multiplication. So I'll just handle this, keeping this. No, it's not going anywhere. Just that it will be not being. I won't consider that in the start. So I'll just do this part first. So this is your separate question. Okay, we can consider this. Try to solve it. 2 and 5, nothing to cancel. 5, 15 and 6, 3 is your HCF. So 15 divided by 3 is 5, 6 divided by 3 is 2, and we have 2 by 5 divided by 5 by 2, right? So first is, we should not test the first subterm over there. Change it to multiplication and take the multiplicative inverse, and this will lead us to 4 by 25. Okay, so it feels like you're cancelling things over here. Please don't do that. So in place of this entire block of division, we are going to write 4 by 25. So now it's your, well, we can't actually do that. We need to indicate that we are starting off with the question again, right? Then you can write this is equal to 4 by 25 into 3 by 2. I don't have space, so I'm cramping things, but you guys should do it neatly. So 4 and 2 can cancel each other. HCF is 2, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And we have 2 into 3 is 6. 25 into 1 is 25. Further simplification, no, we can't simplify this anymore, and that is your answer. The next question, similar thing. We have division over here. So instead of writing the question, let's handle the division, because we can see the question and it's very clear that it's kind of a bit complicated. So before we do anything, we can solve this part first, right? So we can take that as a separate question. So 4 by 13 divided by negative 4 by 26. First thing is the sign. So we know that positive divided by negative will give us negative. Then can we simplify this further? No. 4 by 13. Can we simplify this further? Yes, we can. And the common HCF is 2. So let me divide both the numerator and denominator with 2. So this will give us negative 14 by 13 divided by 4 divided by 2 is 2. 26 divided by 2 is 13. And next we have negative 4 by 13. Division will become multiplication. 2 by 13 will become 13 by 2. And further we have 4 and 2. So 2 divided by HCF is 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 13 and 13. 13 divided by 13 is 1. 13 divided by 13 is 1. Negative 2 by 1. So in place of all of this, I'm going to write negative 2 by 1. But yes, before you shut off, please write the question. I've seen kids, they just start writing the answer without indicating what they're doing. See, we are handling this part of the question, is it not? So I started to write that part of the question. Next, we are handling the entire question. So you need to indicate that you're handling the entire question. So by copying the question itself. Okay. And now we're going to replace this entire block with your negative 2 by 1. So 5 by 1. So you can see it's clear. Positive into negative is negative. 5 into 2 is 10. And 1 by 1. 1 into 1 is again 1. And we are done. That's the last question actually. So before I shut off, I would like to handle the negative off. I know we can shut off with considering this, but let me do one more thing. We know that negative divided by negative or whatever is happening over here, we know that it will result in positive. So we can change the question to positive 4 by 9 into 21 by 8 divided by 7 by 18. Okay, so let me handle this another way. Let me convert this part to a traditional multiplication by how, well, I can't change this part. I need to change this symbol and I have to take the multiplicative inverse 18 by 7, right? So there are many ways of handling, and this is what you have to do end of it. Till now, whatever we did, it was good, but again, you're in higher grades and you guys can't keep doing whatever you guys do. So 9 and 18 is the first number I looked at. So HCF is 9. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 4 and 8. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 7, 21 and 7. 7, we can divide both of these numbers with 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So just let me copy this. 1 into 3 into 2, that is 6. 1 into 2 into 1, that is 2. Of course, I could have cancelled 6 and 2 and 2 over here. I'm trying to show you guys in a clear manner how to do. But yes, you need to cancel this 2 and 2, and you can cancel. So the final answer is 3. Okay, it's a complicated looking question, but we got a simple, very simple answer. So this is your fraction, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. I know it's not something which is used very often, but again, whenever it comes, kids go wrong. 4-5 mark question and you see such big complicated expression and you guys go wrong, and that's not a right thing to do, because again, you know the syllabus, you know the formula. Just because you can't solve the last part, you should not be losing an entire bunch of marks. 4-5 marks gone in few of the 5-marker question or 3-marker question. You're losing say 60% of the marks over there. Overall, you'll end up with again 70, 75, 65% of whatever you're writing the exam for. That doesn't make sense, right? But yes, this is what happens with most of the students. This is what happens. I've seen kids who are really good with the syllabus, but loads of silly mistake, lack of practice on the basics, not the syllabus. Syllabus though they will practice. So this is, again, I'm talking with experience, so please do consider what I'm trying to tell, right? Take the test seriously. Always pause the video before I solve a question. This is how you learn the best. As in when I teach, you are also learning. You're just not listening. See, this is not possible in a classroom because of a simple reason being time constraint. And every teacher can't look at your book and help you out. It's not practical with the number of students in a class and so many constraints are there. It's not good systems. The education system is not that flexible. So point is, try to learn by doing on your own with the most of the question. It's okay, whatever mistake you make, correct that. So by the time you end up with watching a particular video, you're ready to take the test and do the test well, and you'll gain a lot of confidence and stick to this routine, make it a routine, right? So okay, good luck with your test. See you guys in exponents.